How's it? Today is Wednesday, December 11th. I am stiff AF. And today was a bad training session. Today was one of the first days I worked. I think it's probably the first time I ever worked in the morning at the restaurant on a weekday. So I'm literally at the gym after like 10,000 steps. And I am exhausted. And I didn't really take that into account when I was thinking about what I wanted to do today. Um, I ended up missing a lift halfway through, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to call it there and just try to move on and try to salvage what I could for the day. And yeah, maybe I should be a little bit more realistic about what I expect of myself. Like, I understand that the job that I have is, working in a restaurant is pretty physically demanding. Like, it's not as demanding as like construction work is, but I'm on my feet literally the whole time for 7 hours, and like I don't sit down. Like, literally, I do not sit down. And I'm picking up things, and I'm moving in weird ways. I'm bending in weird ways, and all of these things. And so I'm not like I guess the amount of energy I use doing that is definitely real. I'm not immune to that, or I'm not different than anybody else. Um, that's something I really need to get my mind wrapped around, just to put into perspective why today was so hard. I was power jerking up to 96, which is 3 kilos up from the last time I did a power clean and power jerk complex for 5+1s. And I think, like, honestly, like the speed at which the bar moves and the height that the bar gets is actually really good. I just don't think that my positioning lends itself to being sufficient, or like it doesn't it, it it's challenging for me to continue to catch the bar at the correct height because I'm so tired. But given that the speed is still there, the height's still there, I think it is one of those things where I'm just like, okay, like as long as I'm have the height and the speed, then it still makes sense to try for the reps. But once I don't have enough juice left, then it becomes a thing of I need to take a step back and try my best to figure out what I want from the session. And I don't know. Maybe next week I will figure something out a little bit. I might change the rep scheme next week just so that I can continue to make progress with this. I think one thing that I was also experiencing a little bit as I was lifting was my lower back was starting to feel not the best. It didn't necessarily hurt, but it just didn't feel as good as it normally does. And I feel like I'm taking a lot of measures to ensure that I'm not regressing, but I've introduced a new obstacle in the day, which is essentially working in the morning. I don't know how many steps is 1 mile, but 10,000 steps is a lot. A lot of people, especially like office workers who have 9 to 5s, their goal is to get 10,000 steps in a day. And that means, like, that could mean a lot of things for them, like maybe go out and exercise and train or whatever. But 10,000 steps is, to do that before a hard training session is asking a lot. And then also trying to make sure that the training session goes well is asking a lot. That was the lift I missed. Also, here's what I was eating today. I didn't have a chance to eat any food before going to work today, and they didn't really feed us because, they don't have to feed us, but they usually do. But it was a morning shift, so there's not really any food up. But it was a buffet for lunch today, so I was able to get some sliders at the end when they had leftovers, and so that's what I was eating, and it tasted good. I just didn't feel very good. So after that miss, I I resigned to essentially just doing one good rep of a power jerk. So that meant just one power clean plus a power jerk. And then did my clean pulls here. So 1 plus 4, well, clean pull plus floating clean pull. This first set actually I miscounted very badly. And like I'm confused because I counted to 4, and so I did 4 total reps. So that was actually 1 plus 3. So moving forward, I made sure to count all of the sets properly. So I count to 5 essentially. You know, the first rep is 1 rep, and then add 4 more is 5. That's how math works. But yeah, I think if I'm gonna be working in the mornings, I do think I'm gonna need to change up at least what I expect of myself. And moving forward, I hope things are better. I don't know what else to expect of training if this continues to go this way. Um, but yeah, afterwards I did some GHC sit-ups. I didn't really want to do too much else because I was exhausted. I was exhausted when I walked in. To put into perspective, most days I go to the gym before I go to work, and then I tried my best to get through work without complaining. And then I get home, I eat, and then I record my audio for the videos. And then I end up essentially lying around and doing nothing until I fall asleep. And that is all I wanted to do today when I got to the gym. So that's where I'm at right now. It does. I don't know. I'm trying my best not to complain. I'm trying my best to be positive about things. But yeah, I'm actually gonna have to do the same thing on Friday because I'm scheduled to work Friday morning, which is like the first time I'm working Friday morning in probably like 8 months or something like that. So we'll see what happens on Friday. I don't know. I hope things are better. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.